Hope you enjoyed the last tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about text element of HTML. So I will talk about the text element of HTML, and I will talk about the sections, talk about organizing your page content, the way you can go about it. So we are going to talk a lot of things in this section, but before we proceed, guys, I need you to subscribe to my channel, like, comment. These are very important things, and these are the keys that will keep me going more and more. The more likes, the more comments, and the more subscribers I have, that will improve my tutorial, and that will improve me also and encourage me to upload more videos into this channel. We are all here to learn together, and I hope you enjoyed the last tutorial. So without further wasting your time, so this is the last program we run our first program, and we are able to see the result that it runs successfully. So let's check again. Control X, you save first, then we check again. So we are able to see it. This is my first program, so the program runs successfully. So we continue from where we stop. So the first element I'm going to introduce us to is the heading. And before we go into heading, and the first element is heading, and is represented by H. So we have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6. So level 6 is the list. So from level 1, the higher the number, the lower the number, the bigger the text. So this, let's say the level 1 is the lower, and the level 2 is the next, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for instance, if you write H1 now and you close the tag text, give a space, then write a word here, type a word. This is my first program. So save it, run it, and we see the result. You can see this is my first program. The text is bigger. So from level 1 to level 6, so that's how you see it. It will become from level 2 now, the text will reduce, to level 3 it will reduce. So let me make the level 2 now. Let's see level 2. H2 rather, and space again. So just write the program there. This is my first. You can see, so it goes on and on like that. So the next tag that I will introduce us to is called HR, which is horizontal row. HR, which is horizontal row. This is an open tag. It does not have close tag. It's an empty element, rather. It's an empty element, does not have close tag. So this one represents, maybe you are writing a word, and before I proceed, I have some default text here in which I can copy and paste. It's just a default text, so you can put any word, just for example. So I'm using this as an example. Instead of me typing on my keyboard and making more noise, so I will just be copying these words. So let's say I paste it here now. So horizontal row, maybe, and I press enter. Another paragraph, paste again. So I'm pasting more paragraph. So if I copy it and I paste it here again, so let me save and let's run it. So you see, so it's just to create a horizontal row and talk more about another line. So after you create that one, just try, let me open it up. So if I want to create another line under this now, I'll just write after the editor, I will put another horizontal row again, save. So you see, so that's why, so you just want, if you want to create another line, so it's just an horizontal row for you there. So I move on to the next element, and I want to make something clear here. If you are talking about element, this, like for instance now, this is body, this body. So you see that anything that I put in here is the one displaying. So the body is an element. So this open, this is a tag, and this is a close tag. This is an open tag, and this is a close tag. So element make it possible for us what? It make it possible for our content to be displayed. It's just like on and off. So when you open a tag, you have to close the tag for your element content to show on a web page. So you just have to take note on that. So it's just few elements that does not have a close tag. You can see the, for instance now, the horizontal that I talk about, that one does not have a closing tag. And there's another one again, break. So that break, so that's another element. BR is represented by BR break. That one too does not have a closing tag. So it's just, for instance, maybe you write a word now, I paste the word here. So maybe this is the way the word goes, and I want to break to plain HTML, and I want to make the I want to break that text from that place. Just open a tag and just write break again, close it. So maybe again I want to make it to break the word again from editor. Just write, open a tag again and write BR and close. Let's save that and run that again. So you can see, so you can see when I didn't put the break tag, you can see the text go on like that. But immediately I put the break element, you can see that it now begins. So we move to the next element again. So I hope you are following me like that. So we move to the next element. The next element I'm going to introduce us is the paragraph. We will use the paragraph. Maybe you want to continue from another line. That's the function of the paragraph. You use that paragraph there, it will open another paragraph for you. So the next one that I will move on to, that I would like us to treat, is the list. So that one is list. So when it comes to list, type of list, we have the on order list, and we have order list, and we have descriptive list. So I will start from on order list. The on order list is represented by this element UL. You see, so just give a space. That's the on order list. And then the next list is represented by, that one is order list is represented by OL, that's order list. And the next list is represented by, descriptive list is represented by DL. It's represented by DL. That's descriptive list. You can see they are giving me and immediately I press open the first tag, the closing tag is coming up. So that's the one thing I love. You know, I made mention that Visual Studio is the best text editor for me as far as I'm concerned, because it won't make any, you can't make any error. If it is another text editor, you'll be the one to be closing the tag. closing the tag. So here is on order list. On order list is just like a collective of items that appear in no particular orders. That's on order list. So the order list, that one is a list which is a sequence of items. It's very important. You list it in order, maybe from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You list it in sequence. So the list, that descriptive list, that one is indicate the values, and it also indicate the names. Okay, that one is just descriptive. Is the same. Is almost the same thing with the on other list. So, but I will make some little example here, so you make use of it and you will be able to understand what I'm talking about here. So let's start from order list. So if you want to create an order list, let me first give a space. This is on order list. So list is also is an element. When you talk about list, is also an element. So list is represented by li. That's list. If you want to list something, it's represented by li. So we want to make an order list. So let's just say from let me write, after I open a list, after I make a list, let me just write about. I enter it, I make another list. Let me write after about, let me write home. After that, I make another list. Let me write service. After that, I make another list. Let me write contact. So now if I save it and run it, you see what I mean by another list. Control save. So you see, so it just be on order list, will just be a bullet, to be a bullet sign. So you can see the way it gives me. That's on order list. So again, I will make example of this as well. That's on order list. I hope you guys get that. So we move again to what? Order list. So if you have to move again to order list, let me just copy this. These are lists. So instead of me typing it again, I will copy this. If I copy this, I will paste it under order list. So don't be confused. It's very easy. Just continue spacing yourself so that it will not be compressed together and you will not understand each line. So this order list. So if I save this now and I run it again, you can see. So order list give me according to what? To the sequence. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see. So you see the different order list and another list. So that's the difference between that. So the descriptive list, let's make example on that as well. So descriptive list, I copy, I paste it. So I control save it, then we run it again. So the descriptive list, you can see that one move to one point is totally different from the arrangement. But the main point about the descriptive list is just talking about definition and terms. Maybe you want to make a definition to something, like for instance now, let me put something under this description list. Maybe this is a list. This is a list now, and I say, oh, this is a list, and I say, let me say digital type. digital type. So if I say digital type like that, description list, instead of using list, I will use under description list. Under description list we have that one is let me put it the dt. If I'm to close it, that's another element entirely, dt. And also we have what? We have the dd. You can see under the description list we have dt and we have the dd. The dt is definition terms and the dd is what? Definition. So under the dt now, if I'm to put something, a word now, if you want to make your description list, so if I'm to put something now, I may say, let me just type in digital type. So if I type in digital type in that description list, so now I'll move to definition list. It's just like we want to define digital type. So if I say digital type, I say digital types faces, store and other things. So let me run that. Control. So you see, so digital type. So you see digital type. So the one is the terms. This is the definition of the digital type. Maybe you want to make definition of it something. So that's those elements, you should make use of them and practice it on your own. So under the DL, that's description list, we have DT and we have DD. So that's the point. That's all about that one. So we move to the next one again. So the next one I'm going to move on to that I think is very, very important to us as well. So let's move to, there are some other elements. Let's move to li. That one is when you want to make a reference. Okay, sorry, that's I, which is italic. Maybe you want to make an italic letter. Let me paste something like this. Maybe I want to paste something like this, and I want to put it, make it to look like italic. So another list. You cancel this and come down here and put the another list here. You close this. So you save, you run it again. So you see all the text is what is in italic. So that's if we want to the text format. So we move to the next one. So that's all about I. So that one is represented as I. We want that text to be what? Italic. So we move to the next one. There's another one that we call that one superscript. That one is a SUP. It's called superscript. That superscript is when, for instance, you want to write a date. Maybe let me say 4th. That's like maybe you write 4 now, and you put the TH here. So let me save around that. You see, so you can see as well the 4th is giving me here. That's the 4th. That's a superscript. That's superscript. No, sorry, that's subscript. Subscript give you like that. So let's move to that subscript. Sorry,